Well, good morning everyone. Thanks for hopping in again with me and Spike on another easy camping adventure. Just about to pull off the pavement here and start heading into the forest. Really not sure yet where I'm going. I've got a couple of ideas, but ooh, big bumps. Anyhow, like I was saying, I'm not really sure where I'm going today. I've got a couple ideas, and if either one of them works out, I'll be pretty dang happy. This is not a good road, which makes it a great road. Look at that road, isn't that something? To me, that's just the quintessential old forest road heading off into just certain adventure. There's a corner there, you wonder what's around it, and it just keeps drawing you on. Uh-oh. This is not the kind of mystery and intrigue I like. We're already hitting snow. Man, Spike could sure use some new tires. This road isn't nearly as good as I was hoping it would be. I'm on the sunny side now and there's just all this snow. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I know one thing's for sure. I do have a snow shovel, and digging myself out of a snow bank that was once snow, then froze to ice, and then thawed into a snow cone is completely inconsistent with easy camping. So if this gets any worse, I'm just going to turn around and, oh yeah, it's worse. I'm not going through that. Okay, plan B. Anyhow, heading back down the hill now. The bummer is that this spot at 3,300 feet was about 1,200 feet lower than the other spot I had selected, and so I don't think I'm going to make it to the other spot either. So I'm going to have to do a little creative thinking, and it's not like there's not, like I don't know where to go. What I really have to decide is, you know, which one of all the options that I have am I going to take. So we'll see. Well, I was a little concerned there about where I might end up going today, and sort of on a long shot I've come up this road where I've actually been avoiding because this is the shady side of the mountain, and I figure there's no way I'm going to be able to go there. But well, I've already made it to the first really excellent campsite on this road. And the next campsite, if I can make it there, is one of the best campsites in the Cascades, in the north central Cascades. So, fingers crossed, let's see where we end up. I'm heading to my campsite. It's all downhill from here, and in just a little bit I'll be on the sunny side of the mountain. I can't believe, I think I'm going to make it to my campsite. Well, this is all right. I really didn't expect to make it here. This was such a long shot. I came up here with zero hope, but here I am, and it's really very nice. What I like about this spot is it has cell phone reception and protection from the wind. This mountain right here, either side of Spike, the wind is blowing from the east, which is that way, to the west. So we've got this mountain here to keep the wind off of us. It's also very pretty. I can see White Horse and Three Fingers and Mount Baker and a few other mountains. But I think I'm for now going to get camp all set up. No, I think for now, the first thing I'm going to do is set up a chair and have lunch. I'm starved. Perfect. Well, it's starting to sprinkle a little bit. I think I'm just going to set up the canopy real quick. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Normally when I set up the canopy, I film it using time-lapse. And I think a lot of people think that it takes a half an hour or something to put up. So this time I'm just going to use regular speed. And if you time it, you'll notice that from the time I set this on the ground till I get to this leg here, only took 20 seconds. Yeah, I'll just extend the legs. First click will do. It's supposed to close when I do that. Well, it's a little chilly. I think I'll sit by the fire and read. Uh-oh. Okay, enough of that. See if I can finish Frankenstein today. Yeah, it looks like all those storms that were blowing in around up there on White Horse Mountain didn't deposit any snow, and they've vacated White Horse. They're over here with me now. So earlier I had seen a winter storm up on White Horse Mountain, and I was hoping it would stay up there, but it didn't. It came right down here into my campsite. So I went ahead and put on the walls, except for the one where I've got Spike backed in. I might put that one on later because it has a doorway that he fits in perfectly. But when it's rainy, I like to have Spike backed in slightly into the canopy so I can get in and out of Spike's back door without getting rained on. That rain out there. It stops every now and again, but it is another rainy camp day. Perfect for hanging out in the canopy next to the fire and reading a book. Well, it's starting to get a little bit chilly, and I know by the time it gets dark it's going to be a bit too chilly, so I think what I'll do is pick up this canopy and move it away from Spike, then put on the final wall and open up the door and move the canopy back forward over Spike, and that'll keep in more of the heat. Well, there we go. That's much better. It'll be a lot warmer in here now. Well, I guess I didn't finish Frankenstein after all. That means I'll have something else to do next time. I'll have to start reading it at home. Anyhow, I am getting hungry, and so I am going to have dinner. And tonight, I brought Johnsonville hot links. So I'm going to roast that on the fire. A couple of those. Got some hot dog buns and ketchup, so some potato salad. Guess I'll get all set up and get dinner going. I got tired of holding it. Now that's easy camping. Hurry up, hot dog. I'm hungry. bread feels soft. Really good. Ooh, that looks good. I'm only going to roast one hot dog right now. That might be enough. Huh? Oh yeah, that's perfectly cooked. I think I'll just have one, and then maybe tonight later on I'll have an apple or something. Well, now it's getting to be about 8:30 in the evening, and it's usually about this time when I start worrying about how much or how little time I have left. I start thinking, well, if I can stay up for 2 more hours, that'd be 10:30, so it's unlikely I can stay up that late. But if I can, that's still 2 more hours that I have to enjoy the remnants of this beautiful day. I drove all around before I ended up here, and I seen some beautiful sights. Drove through the rainforest all over down there, but I just kept hitting snow wherever I went. But it was an excellent day, and I don't want to let it go yet. I want to cling to it and hang on to it for a while longer. Wish I could hang on to it for a year. Well, I'm pretty happy. I managed to stay up till almost 11 o'clock. Been reading Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. But it's actually getting kind of cold. I've had the fire turned up higher than I usually have it turned up. I don't know what the temperature is because my temperature probe, the batteries went dead. And they've been in there for probably over a year. Anyhow, and it's snowing outside, so it is cold. I went ahead and took the precaution of putting on my extra blanket to begin with. And my extra blanket is just my old sleeping bag that I used to use. So I should be comfy in there, and if I need, I can just plug in my electric blanket. Anyhow, I think it's time for me to go ahead and call it a day. I'm going to go ahead and crawl into Spike. So I'll say goodnight, and I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, everyone. It rained last night and rained, and it's still raining. Look at that. This is the kind of day when trees come down. I'm not too worried about it, but rain will bring down trees, and so I think I'm going to do is go ahead and put my camp up, throw it in Spike, and try to head out of here. I want to thank you for coming along with me on another adventure. I always appreciate it when you're there, I really do. And I hope you come along with me on my next one too. Till then, you've been easy camping with Dan Dog and Spike.